What's up, fam? This Dark Lightning, actually known as Misha, but I'd rather go by the name Dark Lightning because that, suits me so well. Um, I have been doing this book, well, what I can out of the book because it's a lot of stuff that you have to get. And I don't have access to a lot of the things that, you know, that she tells us to use, but I recommend this book to all my sisters and my old high school friends and old co-workers. You know, I recommend this book. It says Sacred Woman. I know it's backwards. And it's by Queen Afua. And in this book, it takes you back to the indigenous ways that we used to do things in our culture, or it takes you back. It takes you to the spiritual part of you, because a lot of you women don't take care of yourselves um, in a natural way. We have gotten so used to the store bought soaps and the way that just all American people do things, and we have got so far away from what we used to do before um, the era of slavery. And we're not slaves. Um, we're not slaves. So you want to get that book again. It's called The Sacred Woman. We are all sacred women. You know, and it brings you back. You have to get up, early in the morning and take your spiritual baths. And you probably already, do baths, with candles, but it's additive things that you can do um, for yourself. In the book, it talks a lot about your womb and how we don't take care of our womb, and how we're not taught, the way to keep a healthy womb. We hold so many trouble situations and anger, resentment, and we hold a lot of things there, and in our womb is what we create. So if the womb is a representation of the creator, then you wanna keep that spot in your body clean, because everything's connected. You have your spiritual body and your mind body, and as well as your physical body. And if you're having female issues, it's certain things you can do to change your diet to eating a more healthier diet, getting away from the cheese, getting away from the dairy products, and getting away from meat. It took me, a minute to get away from meat, because when I first went vegan, I was actually doing that book too. But that book, I got that book after I started, you know, eating a more nutritious, healthier life diet. When you consume, and I'm not saying this to judge anyone, because I've been there, um, when you consume meat, that meat sits in your body, and you can imagine just meat sitting anywhere at 98 degrees. It starts to stink, and if that smell is going in your body, of course, yeah, it's cooked. But if that's staying in your body, it's gonna, come out of your pores. because the skin is the biggest organ that we have. And women, we don't smell, when you're consuming flesh, and other people around you is consuming flesh, and you know eating cheese. I still eat cheese. I'm not even gonna front like I don't, but it's a little bit. I'm still trying to wean myself off of these things. But when you're consuming so much meat, and you probably say, well, I don't eat that much meat. I hear that a lot. You do eat a lot of meat. Okay? It's sitting on in your body, and you're smelling. I like to say this, and I don't want y'all to be like, oh my God, I stink or whatever. But um, just being around people that eat meat, I can smell that they eat meat, and I can smell them. I can tell, and you can even tell by the actions and the demeanor of people. I know a lot of people put on a facade, in front of others. But I could clearly see, because meat makes you more, how I want to say, kind of angry. Well, it made me, feel angry. You feel heavy. You feel gunky. You don't feel light. You know, for me, I struggle with the mindset that black girls supposed to be thick. If you ain't thick, you ain't fine, or you know what I'm saying, you gotta get a man or something to hold on to and all this. I grew up with that mindset, and it had me to where I was trying to get supplements to put in my body to gain weight. And although I didn't like the supplement, and I was like, I ain't finna take this shit. I stayed true to my true weight. And let me tell you, when you get to a point where you want to fast from meat, because that's what I did first when I went vegan. I fast by I fast from meat for a whole month. And I highly recommend that if you want to clean, you want to clean out your temple, because this is a temple that we walk through daily. you know Fast from meat for a whole, if you can't do a month, do do 2 weeks of no meat. And then after that, go back to meat like 2 weeks on, and then 2 weeks off. But I was able to do it for a month. And then the next month, I went back to eating meat. And then I ended up asking a coworker to fast with me for me, and she lost a lot of weight. And she was big, but she lost a lot of weight, and she felt, after our fast, she was just so um lively. And one thing she recommended was we eat fish on Fridays, because she was a meat eater. She wasn't used to fasting. I had already had did it, so but she wanted to eat fish on Friday to give herself a treat. you know so I was like, okay, that's fine. And she did it. When she was finished with the fast, let me tell you, she uh I don't know, it was such a change, a big change from her. She didn't come in saying, I'm tired, and complaining. She was laughing, and she was joyous. She had shed so much weight, and she looked so good. She got in her old pants she used to wear. She lost a lot of weight. I could tell she felt the difference from eating meat to not eating meat. Okay. Um. So yeah, in this book, you do spiritual practices, as in waking up in the morning. What I do is I wake up in the morning, and I, like, 4 o'clock. I take my spiritual baths. I prepare the water, as hot as I want it. I put the essential oils required if I have them. I put the essential oils in the bath. I brew my tea at night. Um, I put it in a big pot. Put my tea in there, and I want this video to be long. Brew my tea, and I pour it in the bath in the morning, or heat it back up in the morning, and then pour it back in the bath. I play my meditative music. I do my spiritual movements, my yogic movements, and go in my room, do my meditations and prayers, and just get in tune with myself, my true self. And that is the time where everyone is uh, 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 uh. Okay, you remind me later. So what I was gonna say before I was rudely interrupted. But I brew the tea and put it in the bath. And when I do my meditations at my altar, you have to set up an altar. I don't have everything she said to set up with the altar. You just don't have to worry about, setting up the way she say set up, but set up what you can. And I go I get in tune with my true self. So and every morning I do this, and then I go into a reading of the book of the Coming Forth by Day. And it has helped me a lot with anger. On certain days, I'm very tired because I'm getting up early in the morning. My body, is not willing, but the spirit is willing to get up and do what it needs to do. Feeding your spirit is the breath. We take so many shallow breaths in the day, we don't have time to breathe to feed our spirit. Then reading or meditating is feeding the mind, giving the mind what it needs. When you read, and I'm not talking about no sexual books or some dramaed out books. I'm talking about stuff that's gonna incite thinking, and that we all know that's the thinking part is the Father. Spend time with the Father part of you, feeding that part. And for my body, I feed it by eating a lot of vegetables and fruits, cleaning my womb. Now, she has a tonic in this book that I was taking in the first gateway. And when I tell you it works, it was mucus coming out. I don't mean to be graphic, but it was mucus coming out down there, and it showed me that and what mucus comes from is like the dairy, the cheese. You could tell it could come from the milk and the cheese, because if you think about it, how do cheese look when when it's warmed up? It looks fucking mucusy. So yeah, it came from that. So that's why I haven't been. I don't drink cow's milk, but I do eat cheese. So that's a challenge within itself. Just to let go of the cheese, but I'm letting it go slowly but surely. It's not hard to come into your natural self and the original woman that you are, sacred woman you are. You don't probably know it yet, but you are. And if I can do it, I know that you all can do it. You can go back and get that which was taken from you, from our ancestors, the things that we lost. You need to find them again so you can become the woman that you desire, or the woman that you already are, but you haven't found that gem within. yet and seeing the light that you can give yourself through this experience of the going through the gateways and really coming in tune with myself. I see that I have a lot of anger, resentment, and it's for me to purify my heart, because I can't walk around like that. I can't um, walk around angry and I don't know what I'm angry for, So, um, yeah, I'm just being honest. A lot of people will put on the facade like they're this and they're that, but you have to know that people um still go through things, whether righteous or unrighteous. And our target should be to purify the mind. The mind has been clouded with this. Your mind has been clouded with white supremacist feelings and thoughts and how you should be. Slavery didn't stop when Lincoln said, "Oh, we're going to free the slaves." It didn't stop then because they already had our ancestors' minds. So that was on the road to destruction. And now it's time for reconstruction. And this is the only thing that I can give you guys to kind of get back on the road to being in tune with yourself, being in tune with nature, and not feeling bad because you practice what your ancestors practice, and you are your ancestors. But anywho, that's another video. Just want to say I love you and love yourself, you know, and peace loves wholeness, peace loves wholeness. So, head tip.